Y'all, they are on a full-blown panic on the left. They are resorting to every single one of their old tricks. I'm going to walk you through the entire thing. And one of the most beautiful things about far left, radical leftists who do really stupid stuff, actually might make that a thing. Whatever, doesn't matter. They always say the quiet part out loud, and they completely and totally undermine all the Democratic apparatchiks who are just out there basically spinning propaganda. This one, guys, I'm going to need you to send out, because the leftists, the antagonists, the revolutionaries are openly saying the part that the Democrats are telling you doesn't exist. It's all on camera. I'm going to walk you through it right now. Of course, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Guys, please follow me on X at Braden LOA, and make sure you do hit that subscribe button, because this is what we're fighting. We're fighting for our country. That's why I say every day on this channel, it's about saving our country. And I want to show you something about the threat that exists. And this is a very serious point. Not the left side of the screen, the right side of the screen. This guy is the guy who went into the Minneapolis church. This is the guy that was basically yelling and screaming that all these men, women, and children that were crying were not good Christians because they weren't anti-ICE activists. That's this piece of crap, okay? I'm going to let his words play, and it's going to be a 47-second clip, and it's going to say the quiet part out loud, and I'm going to follow up with the Democrat CNN clip of them trying to spin this as it's not what your eyes are telling you. Another case of don't believe your lying eyes and ears. Watch this. I'll see you on the other side.
I mean, what we're seeing around this country is they're using their political influence to attack people that disagree with them. They're going to come at me with charges, and I'm not scared of that. There's no base for these charges. I did not block them from, their service. They welcomed us in. They never asked us to leave. The police never came in and removed us. So we didn't stop their service. In fact, people were still praying the entire time. The music was still playing the entire time. So, Pam Bondi, you want to come and arrest me? You want to come and give me charges? So be it. And for all the people giving me death threats, threatening my life, kill me. Go ahead, kill me. Because you know what? As Fred Hampton said, you can kill the revolutionary, but you can't kill the revolution.
All right. So if you're not familiar with this, that is full-on communist, revolutionary, socialist, revolutionary rhetoric. Okay? You can kill the revolutionary, but you can't kill the revolution. That is straight up Lenin Marxism. Like, that is straight up Russian Chinese communism. Just so you know, straight up. I will fall as the martyr for the greater cause, for the revolution. Viva revolution, right? We've seen this play before. These people are extremely agitated. They are extremely antagonistic. And they'll go right into the faces of children and women who are in church and then say that they didn't do anything wrong. They didn't scare them. They didn't intimidate them. They didn't do anything. So bring the charges. I welcome it. That is a dyed-in-the-wool, far-left leftist. I mean, pure as I can get it to you. Okay? Now, I've shown you what they're saying openly in a press conference. Let's jump over and check in on CNN on the Democrats trying to spin this crap, because I told you this is going to have a negative effect on Democrats, which is why they are doing the things that I'm about to show you. It's 1:42. I'll stop it at the appropriate point, but just listen to this. And guys, please send this stuff out, because sunlight disinfects this kind of crap. All right? Watch this.
Yeah, I've been thinking about a couple of things. One, last summer, if I were sitting in a church right now in Minneapolis and a bunch of people burst in, I'd be on edge, because last summer a shooter showed up at a Catholic church in Minneapolis and shot a bunch of kids. 2 died. I think 30 people were injured. 26 were kids. And so the terror in that church, I think, is probably warranted, if for no other reason than we've seen radical violence at a church in the not too distant past. We've also seen, I think, attempts to create violence and mayhem and fear in churches around the country, synagogues and other places. And so I feel like the radical left is somewhat emboldened right now to go up to and now into places of worship. It sounds like the FACE Act is what they're going to use. I've also heard today from some sources that the Ku Klux Klan Act of 1871, they may look at that for bringing charges to Don Lemon and these radical leftists that went into this church. I think if they don't do something to these people who did this, you're going to see it proliferate in churches across the country, and that would be very regrettable.
You make a good point about the issue, but it isn't necessary to say the radical left did this.
All right, this is the part where it turns, okay? And I'm going to go big screen on you real quick, and then we'll go right back to that. You make a good point about the issue, but you don't have to call us radical leftists. That's just mean. That assigns this action that is assigned with the left to the left. This is clearly not necessarily far left. I don't like the way that you're saying and grouping these people. Sure, the actions were awful, and sure, I agree on everything, but this is exactly what I told you that they were going to do. They were going to try to thread the needle. They were going to say it's mean to say far left, radical left, but we do agree with the issue. They have justification for being angry and upset, but you don't have to be meanie pants about it. That's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to split this hair of saying, sure, this action was bad, but have you thought about the reason they're upset? Maybe they were hungry that day. Maybe they were just so incensed by Donald Trump and his fascism and his threat to democracy that they just were compelled to action. You see how this works? The Democrats on CNN get to sit back and go, yeah, that's bad, but it's still good reason to be upset. But, it wasn't me, it was them. So it is not necessarily the far left, but it is the left. But it's also not cool, I don't condone it. But also at the same time, here's the political benefit. Until it backfires, and then they just abandon it completely. But now, I'm going to take you right over here to the rest of this clip where they start arguing about the word far left. Pro tip, if you ever see people in a political apparatus start mincing words and parsing language out like this, they're losing because they're trying to find somewhere they can win, and this is a very bad point. Watch this.
It's
Why?
protest.
It's necessary to stop.
You're making it political. It's
to
legal.
tell the truth?
How do you know? You know who was there? You went through the videos and looked at all the faces
I watched
already?
the videos, and I also
You don't
looked
know
at the
who it
list
was.
of people that they themselves published. It looks like the radical left to me. I mean,
You know all the people in Minnesota who are on the radical left.
I mean,
or the left.
they
Or the
published a
middle.
matter
list
who
of
they
the
are.
Black Lives
They're
Matter
gonna paint us
activists.
all
and
as the same
Don,
brush.
who I think we all know here is the radical left.
You see that? It doesn't matter who they are. They're going to paint us all as the radical left. You are the radical left, Cupcake. Sorry. These are your people. You just openly said it's just a protest. They raided a church and interrupted a service, making men, women, and children uncomfortable. Women and children were crying and being held in the pews or the chairs. Yeah, it was just a protest. Democrats, please, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Keep going with that line of attack. Keep going with that level of propaganda. It was just a protest. There's no way to say that he was on the radical left. I mean, what did he have a sign that said he was on the radical left? I mean, there's no way to indicate he was on the radical left. I mean, there's no way. I don't understand how you could possibly say he's on the radical left. Oh my God, it's his exact words. Let's play this again.
They welcomed us in. They never asked us to leave. The police never came in and removed us. So we didn't stop their service. In fact, people were still praying the entire time. The music was still playing the entire time. So, Pam Bondi, you want to come and arrest me? You want to come and give me charges? So be it. And for all the people giving me death threats, threatening my life, kill me. Go ahead, kill me. Because you know what? As Fred Hampton said, you can kill the revolutionary, but you can't kill the revolution.
Yeah, guys, I'll tell you, I can't pin where it is. I'm just not seeing any evidence that it's the far left. Coming from the poster boy for Antifa. I mean, my God, these people suck. But anyway, that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. Later.